This is my Uncle Bruce. He's always been a little bit of an adventurer. He built his own ultralight airplane that he likes to fly. It's a single plane, single-person plane. There he is flying over my house. And he was always the guy who would pick us up in a motorcycle and drive us around, or maybe in one of the classic cars that he had. I enjoy beekeeping with him and learning from him with that. Also an amateur radio, and he has a geochron to see what's going on in the world. One of his many talents is to restore old items that he finds in a box. They're rusty, they're in pieces, they don't work. And he gets these from people and they say, I'm going to junk this unless you want it. And he says, I'll take it. Takes his time, sandblasts, paints, electroplates, finds new missing parts for the missing ones. One of the things he likes to fix the most are Edison players. Imagine bringing one of these home in the late 1800s. The Edison standard phonograph, introduced in 1898, sold for around $20. Adjusted for today's dollars, that's approximately $700. A significant investment, kind of like buying a big screen TV now, one many families were willing to make for the magic of music at your fingertips. These devices made recorded music accessible to a broader audience, changing the landscape of entertainment forever. If you wanted to hear something playing and you didn't play it yourself or weren't listening to it live, this was the only way, and it was an amazing breakthrough. Dancing. That's neat. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, recorded music wasn't just a technological marvel, it was controversial. Musicians, critics, and even everyday people pushed back. Many believed live music was the only real way to experience sound. I have personally been to several concerts, many concerts in fact. One of them would be my nephew, who has a band, Suburban Euphoria. There's nothing quite like a live band and listening to live music, no matter what type of music it is. Some people back in the times of Thomas Edison thought that mechanical recordings were soulless. Others feared that it would put musicians out of work. Even Thomas Edison himself had mixed feelings about the revolution he started. He preferred what he called pure music, classical, orchestral, and carefully arranged performances. He did not like the rise of jazz, seeing it as kind of a chaotic and unpredictable style of music. Imagine that. The man who changed the world with recorded sound still struggled with that change himself. Fast forward to today, we don't think twice about listening to music that isn't live, whether it's on the radio, a streaming app on our phone, or our personal music libraries that we've amassed over the years. We consume recorded music all day long, while we drive, while we're at work, while we study. Live performances are amazing. It's the best, I think, but let's be honest. We can't attend a concert every time we want to hear our favorite song, and not a lot of us know how to play music well enough to make it sound good and something that we actually want to listen to afterwards. This, however, does not mean that live music has lost its magic. There's nothing like being at a concert, feeling the energy, seeing musicians perform in real time. It's an experience that can't be replaced, but recorded music has allowed artists to reach more people than ever before. Now we're entering a new phase. Just like the phonograph once raised eyebrows, AI-generated music is starting to do the same. I write lyrics, compose the melody, and an AI helps me bring it to life. I have my own songs coming out on my label Freewalt Music. I have a song releasing on March 21st, and it's my lyrics, it's my melody, but it's brought to life by AI. I don't particularly sing fantastically well, and I don't play any instruments well enough to make the music myself, so AI is a medium that helps me to make the music and make it something I actually want to listen to afterwards. Just like recording technology once helped musicians reach beyond live performances. Some people see it as a threat, but maybe it's just another step in how music evolves. I remember when TV had 4 channels: CBS, NBC, ABC, and PBS. If you didn't like what was on, too bad, go outside and play. And Hollywood only had a handful of studios controlling what kind of movies got made. Today, we have hundreds of channels, endless content on YouTube and streaming platforms, filled with movies and shows from independent creators. Instead of limiting creativity, technology exploded it. Now you can get access to that niche anime show you like to watch, or you can watch something on Netflix that is something that everybody talks about and everybody watches, or that show that nobody's ever heard of before that you secretly love. That's the beauty of having so many choices. One could certainly argue that with this explosion of channels and production studios, that things are sort of watered down, and maybe the old movies were better because there were so many great minds working on just a couple different movies at a time. And now with this explosion, there are way too many things going on, way too many things available, and not enough people working on each individual show. History shows us that music keeps changing, and every new technology faces skepticism at first. But in the end, it's all about how we use it. Whether it's a phonograph, a radio, a streaming service, or AI, music will always be part of our lives. So what do you think? Is AI music the next evolution, or is it too different from what we're used to? Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious what you think. If you like content like this, feel free to like and subscribe and comment what your opinion is about AI music.